Hello, welcome to another video in the game War Thunder Mobile. This is another review of the American legendary medium tank at the 4th level M4a3 76W, better known as the Sherman, the legendary medium tank from the Second World War. Inspection of the armor and crew. Here you can see the inspection of the armor, 64mm at an angle of 47 degrees. Sides, 38mm, vertical armor. Rear, 38mm. Roof and bottom, 13 to 25mm. In front of the bottom is the gearbox that cannot be easily penetrated, and it usually absorbs the hit. However, above this level it passes inside. The sides are worse, but without explosive ammunition, you need to aim for ammunition that is at the height of the chassis. 2. Turret armor. Turret front, mantlet 76mm. In some versions, the effective thickness was close to 89mm due to the gun shield. Turret sides, 51mm. Turret rear, 51mm. The crew consists of 5 members: commander, loader, machine gunner, gunner, and driver. 3 people in the turret and 2 in the chassis. In the turret, gunner, loader, commander. In the chassis, driver and gunner. Weak point, as for most American tanks, is the machine gun in the chassis. Modern elements in the tank. The letter W in the name does not only mean a more powerful gun, but is related to the safety of the crew when firing. Wet stowage. Ammunition was stored in boxes with liquid, a mixture of water, glycerin, and a corrosion inhibitor. This dramatically reduced the risk of the tank exploding after a hit, which was a big problem with older models. Armament. 72mm M1 cannon with a reload time of 7.3 seconds. Gun depression, 10 and stroke plus 25. The basic charges are AP with a penetration of 130mm. The second are explosive he shells with a penetration of 7mm and TNT 390 grams. The third APCBC shells with a penetration of 150mm and TNT 63 grams. The last APCR with a penetration of 190mm. Forward speed is a maximum of 46 km per hour and reverse speed is only 6 km per hour, weight 33 tons. Power per ton ratio is 15. Turret traverse speed 21 degrees per second. If you really want to go deep, the M4a3 76W is the definition of a universal soldier in War Thunder Mobile. It's not a tank that wins with armor strength, but a tank that wins with ergonomics and speed of reaction. Here's a detailed breakdown of its nature on the battlefield. Building construction, and silhouette, tall target. The first thing you'll notice is that the Sherman is tall. In the mobile version, this means 2 things. Visibility. Enemies will see you over bushes and walls that lower tanks, like the T-34 or Jagdpanzer, hide behind. Terrain exploitation. Thanks to its height and excellent gun depression, minus 10 degrees, you can fire from behind the horizon of a hill with only a small part of the turret visible. This is your biggest defense. Horsepower train. Ford GAA Heart. The M4a3 version is equipped with a Ford GAA V8 engine. In game terms, this means acceleration. Unlike the cumbersome Tigers, the Sherman gets up to operating speed almost instantly. This is key for peekaboo tactics: drive out, shoot, drive in. VVSS chassis. The wide tracks on later versions of the M4a3, sometimes referred to as HVSS, but in game they behave similarly. Ensure that the tank does not struggle as much in terrain or mud as older models. You have great stability when cornering at speed. Direct hit 76mm M1 gun, the scalpel of the battlefield. This gun defines your playstyle. It's not a derp gun that blows everything up at a glance. It's a precision tool. Stabilizer, low speed. This is the Sherman's cheat code. If you are driving at 15 km per hour, your gun does not swing. While the enemy waits 2 seconds after stopping to stabilize his sights, you fire the second after stopping. M62 APC-BC ammunition contains an explosive component, 65 GTNT equivalent. This means that if you break through, the inside of the tank is usually knocked out. You do not have to shoot 10 times at the same place. Reload speed. You have a slightly faster reload than most of your opponents, Tiger, Panther IS-1. If the first shot only damages the gun or the breech, the second shot will hit it before it can be repaired. Puzzle Piece W, Wet Stowage, Module and Internal Layout. The letter W in the name is essential in the simulation. In classic tanks, ammunition is scattered throughout the hull. In the M4a3, 76W, it is concentrated in the floor in wet packages. In practice, if someone hits you in the side of the hull above the tracks, there used to be ammunition there, and you exploded immediately. Now there's nothing there, unless you're carrying a full magazine, so the bullet flies through and you have a chance to retaliate. Hammer and wrench how to play it like a pro? Flanking. Never drive directly against a Tiger II or Panther in an open field. Use your mobility. Go around the map and shoot them in the flank. Targeting Panthers. Shoot the Panther's mantlet from the front. The 76mm gun will go through there and take out its turret and crew. Never shoot at its slanted frontal armor. High chance of ricochet. Targeting Tigers. The Tiger H1/E is easy. Pray for you if it's standing straight. Shoot in the middle of its frontal plate. If it's angled. Shoot in the corner above the belt. Smoke grenades. The M4a3 has plenty of them. Use them for retreat, not for attack. If someone damages you, shoot smoke, back up, and repair. Final evaluation of the driving experience. This is a tank for players who like to think. It is a glass cannon that rewards you for patience and knowledge of the map. If you enjoy dynamic gameplay where you use terrain and speed, you will love the M4a3. Shield, armor, and survival. Glass hammer. If you expect to repel something, you will be disappointed. On your way, you will meet Tigers and Panthers that will shoot you anywhere on the hull. Advantage. You have Wet Stowage W. In game mechanics, this means that after hitting the hull, you will not explode as often as the early Shermans. Weakness. The sides are paper. Any angle, side scraping, is risky because even anti-aircraft guns will pierce you. Tip. Play through the turret. It is small and can sometimes drop something thanks to the angles, but don't count on it. Cross swords weapons, surgical instrument. The 76mm M1 cannon is very solid in the mobile version of the game, but requires knowledge of the enemy's weak points. Penetration. With the basic M62 APC ammunition, you can penetrate the forehead of both the Tiger H1 and E without much difficulty. But against the Panther, you have to aim exactly at the faces of the turret, to the right or left of the gun. Stabilizer. This is your biggest weapon. You can drive slowly, about 15 kilometers per hour, and your sight won't wobble. This means that in a one-on-one fight, you will fire before the enemy, who has to stop and wait for his gun to calm down. Gun depression. -10 degrees allows you to shoot over the horizons of hills, while only a small part of the turret is visible to you. Racing car mobility. Best of the family. The M4a3 version has the 4GA engine, which is the most lively among the Shermans. Acceleration. The tank reacts instantly. Great for quickly capturing points or flanking enemies. Rotation. It turns averagely on the spot, but the turret rotates very quickly, which is a huge plus in mobile control for unexpected encounters. Bar chart verdict, 8 out of 10. The M4a3, 76W is not a tank for beginners who just want to drive forward and shoot. It is a tank for playmakers. White heavy checkmark pros. Excellent stabilizer. First shot wins. Great gun depression. Use of terrain. Fast turret and decent mobility. Crossmark cons. Almost zero armor against tanks of the same level. High profile. You are visible from half the map. Need to know the weak spots of Panthers and Tigers. Trophy final verdict. A master of technique over brute force. The M4a3, 76W is not a tank that will forgive you for mistakes. If you drive out into the middle of the field and wait for your armor to wear out, your battle will be over before you can turn the turret. But if you understand its DNA, it will become one of the most dangerous machines on the battlefield. Who is this tank for? For players who like to take advantage of the verticality of the map, hills, terrain waves. For those who like an aggressive but thoughtful hit and run style of play. For fans of precision shooting and tactical maneuvering. My final rating. Attack, 4 out of 5, great gun, stabilizer, and cadence. Defense, 2 out of 5, armor is more psychological, you rely on luck. Mobility, 4 out of 5, top of the line for medium tanks, Ford GAA won't let you down. Fun, 5 out of 5, the feeling of shooting a tiger before it notices you is priceless. Light bulb quick tip to finish. In War Thunder Mobile, your biggest enemy is your own self-confidence. Always assume that every enemy hit will destroy you, and move accordingly. Use your stabilizer to punish enemies while they are still trying to aim.